Hello everyone. Today we are starting Unit 2 in our statistics. The unit name is Negative Binomial Distribution and Geometric Binomial Distribution, in which we are first studying the negative binomial distribution. Before we understand the negative binomial distribution, we have first understand what is the binomial distribution. Binomial distribution is applicable where only there are two possibilities. There are only two chances of any result of an event. One is success or other is a failure. On the basis of that distribution of that event, we find out the probability, and that is called binomial distribution. There are only possibilities of the two. One is success and other is failure. Right? Success stands for P and failure stands for Q. If we are finding the probability of the success in the event, that is a binomial distribution. But if we are finding the probability of the failure in that some trials, right, it is called negative binomial, right? Suppose let's understand, if the one head or tail come in the coins, we find out the probability of that the head will not come in the 10th trial or 5th trial, then it will become a negative binomial. When we are talking about the failure before the success, then the calculation of that probability, that is called negative binomial distribution. Understood? Now, what is the formula of that? Formula of the negative binomial is equals to P of x is equals to n plus x minus 1 c n minus 1 into p n into q x. Here n is equals to number of the trial, x is equals to, x is a variable here, so x value will be vary at the 3rd trial or 4th trial, right? C, that means commutation we have to find out. P for success, Q for a failure, raised to n number of trials and the failure of the trials, right? So Px is equals to, for the negative binomial, n plus x minus 1 c n minus 1 into Pn into xq, right? Now let's understand the properties of the negative binomial that might ask for the 7 marks in the question. First, properties: this is a distribution of the discrete variable. Second, n and p are the parameter of the distributions. The mean of the negative binomial is equals to nq upon p. The formula of the mean is equals to nq upon p, which gives the average number of the failure before the nth success, right? Fourth is the variance of the negative binomial distribution is equals to nq upon p square. So variance is equals to nq upon p square. In this distribution, variance is greater than mean. In the earlier Poisson or hypergeometric distribution, the variance and mean were equal, but here the distribution is greater than mean, right? When n belongs to infinity and the q by p belongs to 0, then negative binomial distribution tend to the Poisson distribution. When n is equals to 1, the negative binomial become a geometric distribution, right? When n is equals to 1, in the question paper there is no given, you have to find out the negative binomial or geometric binomial. On the basis of that, if n is equals to 1, then you have to find out the geometric distribution. If n is equals to greater than 1, then you will find the negative binomial. Understood? These are the properties of the negative binomial distribution, right? Let's understand with the help of the illustration number 1. What is the illustration number 1? Illustration number 1 is the probability that a person can hit the target. A person can hit the target in any trial is 2 by 3, right? find the probability that he will hit the target fourth time in the ninth trial. શું કહે છે એની પ્રોબેબિલિટી શું છે? P આપેલો છે 2/3. Let's calculate here. P is equals to 2/3. Illustration number 1. Right? So how can we find Q? Q is equals to 1 minus 2/3. So Q will become 1/3. Right? And what we have to find out? We have to find out that he will hit the target fourth time. So he will hit the target fourth time. So n will become 4, and out of 9 trials. So n will become 4, and within a 9 trials he will hit the target at the fourth trial. Right? So x will become, we have calculating the negative binomial. So if we achieve the success in the fourth trial, so what will become x? X will become 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4, 5. So other five trials he get a failure. If he get a fourth time success, then for a fifth trial or 5 trial he get a failure. So x will become 5. 9 minus 4, 5. Right? Let's apply the formula. P of x is equals to n plus x minus 1 c n minus 1 into p n into q x. Right? P of 5, here x is equals to 5, is equals to n plus 1, n plus x minus 1. So 4 plus 5, 9, 9 minus 1, 8, 8c, n minus 1, n is 4, 4 minus 1, 3, into pn, what is the p? 2/3, n raised to 4, into q is 1/3, raised to x, x raised to 5. Right? Now we are solving this equation. 8 factorial upon 3 factorial upon 5 factorial into 2 raised to 4. So 16/81 into 1 upon 3 raised to 5. So 3 raised to 5 we get 243. Let's solve with the help of the calculator. We get the answer 56 into 16/81 into 1/243. Answer will be 0.0455. So P of x, he will fail 5 times. The probability of that is 0.0455. Right? Now let's understand the illustration number 2. 80% of the mangoes are sweet in a lot. The quality of the mango can be judged only by its taste. A person needs 5 sweet mangoes. Find the probability that he will get 5th sweet mango when he tastes 8th mango. Right? What is given? 80% mangoes are sweet. Right? So P is equals to 80%. How we can write 80%? P is equals to 80 upon 100. So 0.8. Right? So P is equals to 0.8. Then Q will become 1 minus P. So 1 minus 0.8. Q will become 0.2. Right? So Q will become 0.2. P will become 0.8. What is the given? A person named 5 sweet mangoes. find the probability that he will get fifth mango, sweet mango at the fifth trial out of the eighth test, right? So n will become fifth and x will become 8 minus 5. 8 minus 5, then x will become 3, right? So n will become 5, x will become 3, p here 0.8 and q is 0.2. Now let's apply the formula. P of x is equals to n plus x minus 1 c n minus 1 into p n into q x. N plus 1, 5 plus 3, 8 minus 1, 7, 7c, n minus 1, 5 minus 1, 4, into p is 0.8 raised to 5 and 0.2 raised to 3, right? Let's solve. 7 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial into. With the help of the calculator, we are finding the value of 0.8 raised to 5. It will come 0.32768 into 0.2 raised to 3. So 0.2 into 0.2 into 0.2. It will become 0.008. 0.008. Now let's solve this equation. So we get the answer 7 into 6 into 5 upon 6, 35. 35 into 0.32768 into 0.008. Some points difference came, it is okay. Into 0.008, 0.008. Answer is 0.09175. 0.09175. We have round figure like this, 0.0918. Right? Understood the negative binomial. Now let's understand the illustration number 3. The probability of getting head when a coin is tossed is 1 by 2. So P is given 1 by 2. A person tosses a coin continuously. Find the probability of getting sixth head at the 10th trial. Also find mean and variance of the numbers of the trial before the getting sixth head. Right? So P is given 1 by 2. So Q will become 1 minus 1 by 2. It will become 1 by 2. He will get the sixth head at the 10th trial. So n will become 6. X will become 10 minus 6 is equals to 4. So n is equals to 6. X is equals to 4. Right? Let's directly apply the formula. P of x is equals to n plus x minus 1 c n minus 1 into pn into qx. N plus x, 6 plus 4, 10. 10 minus 1, 9. 9c, 6 minus 1, 5 into 1 and a half n. 6 into 1 and a half, 4. Right? Let's solve this. N factorial, 4 factorial, 5 factorial into 1 upon. Here is the same denominator, both are P and Q are same. We directly conduct like this, 2 raised to 10. We get 124. After a solution of this, we get 126 into 1 upon 1024. So we get answer 0.123. P of 4 is equals to 0.123. right? And we have to also find out the mean and variance of the numbers at the sixth head. So mean is equals to NQ upon P. Here N will become 6. So 6 into 1.5 upon 1.5. 1.5 cut 6. Mean will be 6. Similarly, we are calculating variance. So variance is equals to NQ upon P square. So 6 into 1.5 upon 1.5 into 1.5. 1.5 cut. So we have denominator numerator में जाए. So 6 into 2 12. So variance is equals to 12. Right? That is illustration number 3.